I'm back with another Front Row Talk podcast, the podcast with expensive opinions. This is episode 113. Before I start, make sure you subscribe, you like, you comment, and you share this video. Make sure you check the description down below where it has my link for my Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. Before I get started, make sure you tune into last episode 112, where I talked about the NFL schedule. I talked about a lot of key games. I talked about the opening game. I talked about the Christmas and Thanksgiving game. Christmas? Yeah, Christmas and Thanksgiving game, if I'm not mistaken. So make sure you tune into that. Let's get started with this episode. So today not going to be a long episode at all, just because the simple fact that we're in the conference finals of both sides of the NBA, the East and the West. I talked about the first round. And I gave my details for the first round. The second round, I just said who I got. I never really got into details because at that time we had the whole Drake and Kendrick beef. But since that's over now, I could kind of give my conference finals predictions with details, I guess you could say. So I'll speak more on it, and explain why I got who I got. 4 teams left, 2 on each side. We got the Dallas Mavericks and Minnesota Timberwolves on the West. I think we could start with them first. First of all, props to the Wolves. I had them losing in the first round to the Suns. And Edwards is definitely, proving, how good he is. He's backing up his talk. I think I had the Suns in 6. So I honestly had the Wolves winning just 2 games this whole playoffs. But that was super duper wrong. And I'm definitely surprised because everybody around Ant himself, stepped up, and is playing on a whole different level. They beat the Suns badly. I mean, they didn't sweep the Suns, but if you did watch them games, it was pretty bad. Especially because of who the Suns have. Not saying the Suns have the best team in the NBA, but they have good guys on their team, and the Wolves just really made them, get out the first round. A team with Kevin Durant. So after I seen that, I was like, wow, that's crazy. Then they went up against the Nuggets and won 7 games, but Ant backed up his talk. The Nuggets put up a fight, but it looks like the Wolves had their number. And the Wolves finally clicked. Not saying that they been supposed to click, but they had about 2-3 years before this one where it was like a bit like, would they make it work, this, that, and the third. But I guess you could say it's never too late when you have a 22-year-old, if I'm not mistaken. And it's 22. When you have a 22-year-old who's playing nuts, like he's really, putting on for his team and making everybody around him better. With that being said, you got the Mavericks and the Wolves playing today, actually. Later today in about like an hour. And I'm going to get to who I have. But the Dallas Mavericks, who did they face first round? I forgot who they faced first round. Damn. Let me see. Hold on. Damn. All I know is that they just beat OKC. And I had them in 6 against OKC. I knew Luka wasn't going to lose to the Thunder. Not saying that the Thunder were bad. I mean, the Thunder had a great season, if you ask me. Made a second round appearance, and they put up a good fight. Let me see. Who did they face? Yo, it's not clicking right now. Hold on, I gotta see who they face. Hold on. Damn. They faced the Clippers. There we go. The Clippers? Yeah, the Clippers. Damn. I don't know where my mind went. The Clippers, they beat the Clippers. They got the Clippers out the way. Finally, the debate of Clippers owning Luka kind of got put to rest. Then they went against OKC. I had them against OKC as well. I had Mavericks against Clippers as well in the first round. I did say that if Kawhi is not healthy, I'll give it to Dallas. I was 50-50 about it, but it was more so on Kawhi's health, and time spoke for itself. And now they're facing up against the Wolves. The West is basically unpredictable. It's not much people who said, probably not a lot of people who said that the Wolves will get this far. For those who did, props to you. Um, but they weren't a team who we expect to get this far. But they're living up to that, image. And now they're facing game one today, Wednesday. Um, I got the Wolves in 7 to get straight into it. I think the Wolves will beat Dallas, and the only reason why I say that, it's not because I don't think Luka is like that or Kyrie or whatever. I just trust the Wolves role players more than I do um, on Dallas end. I think guys like Conley, Nas Reed, Gobert, I think McDaniels will put up um, good in the series. Now, offensively, but more so defensively, I think those guys will, put up a fight, and I think that's why they'll come out, and go to the finals. And it's actually crazy because I would never thought that I would have been saying that the Wolves is going to the finals. Now, if it goes 7 games, that means that anybody could win a game 7, clearly. But I think I'm gonna give it to the Wolves. I don't want to say it's gonna go 7 games and I have the Wolves, but they could lose. And I'm gonna stick with the Wolves pick game 7. I know Luka's gonna do his thing. I actually got him going off throughout the whole series. That's what I expect from Luka. I feel like I'm not the only one to expect that. I think in elimination games, Kyrie's like 14-0 now. So if it does go a game 7, let's see if that that record, that stat still lives. It's an interesting series. I want to see how they match up, but definitely I got the Wolves coming out that series because of the size that they have. Not saying the Mavs don't have size, but I just trust their role players more. Lively's good. PJ Washington is good. Jones is good. It's just more so I'm gonna have to side with the Wolves, especially from what I've been seeing from them, the confidence that they have. And then besides the role players, Karl Anthony Towns is playing up to his expectations. We know Ant is gonna go off, but Cat gotta keep playing the way he's been playing all playoffs. If he could play better, do better. But sometimes what you're doing is just enough to get further and further. So I feel like he should do whatever he's doing, which is scoring, rebounding, making sure the ball gets around, and Ant gonna do what he do as well. So I got the Wolves in 7, meaning that I got them going to the finals. Now let's move over to the East. Now with the East, we have the Celtics against the Pacers. Again, I was not thinking the Pacers would get this far, which is insane. Like for real, it's crazy. For a team who only has offense and doesn't really have defense, they got far. The only reason why I said that is because a lot of people like to say it. They do have a fast-paced offense. I think they have the fastest-paced offense in the NBA. So I guess you could say they got teams tired. Teams can't keep up. Whatever, they make teams not even be able to play defense by the time they get to the other half of the court. Whatever you want to say with that, whatever you want to think. Good think when it comes to that, them being the fastest team in the league. But what I will say though is that I'm not gonna lie, I got the Celtics. I'm gonna get straight to it. A lot of people saying Celtics had an easy path. I guess you could say that. I did have Celtics all throughout, and it's funny because I did have Pacers coming out the first round against the Bucks. Of course, that happened because Dame and Giannis weren't healthy. And then I had the Knicks in the second round. And then the Pacers upset in the game 7, if I'm not mistaken. I think it went 7 games. Yes, game 7. And I was feeling away. And I'm not even a Knicks fan, but I am from New York. I would have loved to see Boston against New York. We all know that's legendary matchups, whether it's baseball or basketball. But besides that, yeah, Pacers upset. Then they came. Now they're going against the Celtics. They just had game 1 yesterday, which went overtime. First of all, that game would have not went overtime if it wasn't for Jaylen Brown and that crazy shot from the corner to tie up the game. I think 117 to 117. Siakam was contesting him, and he made sure he didn't foul. He didn't, and the game went overtime, and the rest speaks for itself. Celtics won in overtime. I think Tatum had 30 plus. Jaylen Brown had 25 around there. I think Halliburton also had like around 25. It was, I mean, everybody, put up buckets. They put up numbers. But yeah, I mean, I got the Celtics. Not even gonna sugarcoat it. Pacers should have took that. It would have been interesting if Pacers took that game one though. I cannot lie. But I got the Celtics in 6, or probably 5 to be honest. 5 or 6. I don't think that's going 7 at all. If it goes 7, I'll be super duper surprised. I think it'll be a shame if it goes 7. I think the Celtics are supposed to put them out in 5 or 6 games. They already took care of game 1. Game 2, we'll see what happens. When it comes to like specific games, who I think is gonna win what game, I don't really want to do that because I like to take it a game at a time. But overall, I know who I have, and that's the Celtics. Why? They're just a better team all around, on paper, on the court. But what makes it interesting is it's just the Pacers offense. But besides that, Celtics should take care of business. And it's whack that they don't have Porzingis. Because if they would have Porzingis, it would have been like probably in 5 for sure. But I'll say 5 or 6. And yeah, that means that I'll have the Wolves and the Celtics in the finals. I don't want to speak on that until we get to the finals, so I could really speak on who's left. I feel like a Wolves and Celtics finals will be pretty good, to be honest. I think it'll be good, but I think even Dallas and Celtics finals will be good too. Luka against Tatum. Certain people like to put up that debate, who's better, Tatum or Luka. I think we could all say Luka is better, but if Luka beats Tatum in the finals, that's not even a discussion anymore, or argument, whatever you want to say. I know whatever team comes out the West is a good team for the finals to win it all. If Pacers come out the East, that's super duper interesting, because then it's like, damn, they kind of could beat anybody. I mean, the Celtics record regular season is crazy. Of course, regular season record and playoffs are 2 whole different things, but they got over the Bucks. Of course, no Giannis, but still, like, you wouldn't think that. You would kind of accept that, like, all right, they're in the Eastern Conference, but they're not going to the finals, right? And then if they go to the finals, it's just more so like, damn, they're defeating the odds. But I got Celtics and Wolves going to finals. Wolves in 7 against Dallas, Celtics in 5 or 6 against Pacers. And yeah, I mean, I'm super duper excited. I'm always hype around this time of year because we got good basketball. And yeah, let's just see how that, take ages. Let's see if I'm right or wrong with that amount of games and who comes out of each conference. And we're just going to see. That's really it for my picks. Let me know if you agree, if you disagree, who you have coming out on both sides, and in how much games. That's really it for this episode. It's episode 113. Make sure you subscribe, you like, you comment, you share. We 8 subscribers away from 100 subscribers. So make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend. Check the description down below. I have my link for my Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. Your boy ssalcita is out.